I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Pam Andrews. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing well, and how about you, Angel?
I am excellent. It's a great pleasure to connect with you. Oh, thank you for asking. Tell me.
Absolutely.
So tell me, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm actually in the United States on the East Coast in the greater Philadelphia area.
All right. And which of your talents that you've been operating in is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Yeah, so it's really the work in general, the work that I do as a college admissions coach and scholarship strategist, but more specifically, what I've done to help my son win over $700,000 in scholarship money. So that's kind of really what I'm known for doing and why people work with me.
Wow. Yeah, I got to listen to that podcast. Now, the name of this podcast I can't remember. I know it's the scholarship something. Could you remind me of it? Yeah, please.
Absolutely. It's the Scholarship Shark, where we take the bite out of college debt. So yeah, that's the Scholarship Shark podcast.
Yeah, I remember the shark on the on the icon there. Yeah, it's blue, isn't it? Like it was good.
It is blue. Yeah, it is blue. A friendly shark.
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely good. I really loved the motherly format that you brought to those you helped. Yeah.
Thank you.
So who did you learn that skill from? That skill to acquire that amount of scholarship money, if you would.
Yeah. So my husband and I met years ago through youth ministry. He was a youth pastor at the time, and we had done some work with the young people who were part of our youth ministry and in the community. So for years, I had worked to help other young people get into school and secure scholarships to pay for it. So I was just really excited to apply those strategies towards my oldest, who's now a second-year student. So it was just a lot of over time, just kind of learning it and perfecting it and working with other people's children. And then also getting some formal training from Columbia University in terms of college admissions, college advising, planning, just to formalize it. But most of it was just really learning how to simplify the process, what to do, what not to do, how to stand out as a student, and how to get the dollars. So
that's great. It's great. Yeah. I definitely know I love the hands-on approach to learning. I can say now that I've gotten a bit older, that it's sometimes not the chosen path, right? Because it does take time, but it's definitely the path that allows you to help others travel along that path easier. That being said, why will you continue to repeat the skills that you so wonderfully bring to market via the scholarship world?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there are two main reasons. Probably my first reason for continuing to do what I do is I don't believe that young people should start their futures off with mountains of debt. That's just no way to start a life and to start their future. And so because of that core belief that I have, I'm just really passionate about helping young people to not only get into college, but also secure scholarships. And then the second reason why I'll continue is because, I believe that young people, each person is uniquely gifted and has skills and qualities and gifts. And I just really enjoy helping students find out who they are and, what makes them stand out so that they can become a sought after college admissions applicant or scholarship applicant. So it's just really fun working with young people, helping them to develop their leadership skills and styles. And then at the end, get rewarded for that in terms of scholarship. So that's why I'll continue to do what I do.
Love it. Well, where's the best place for people to connect with you, Pam?
Yeah, so I'm at a couple of places. My website is thescholarshipshark.com, and it's all one word altogether, The Scholarship Shark. I'm on Twitter at Bite College Debt. Of course, I'm on iTunes. I have a podcast, the Scholarship Shark podcast, and that airs every week, where I offer college admissions tips and scholarship strategies. And then I interview scholarship winners. So that's a great place to connect. And then I'm also on Facebook and LinkedIn. at Scholarship Shark.
Amazing audience. You should see the artwork with the shark biting the cash, right?
Yes.
The death cash.
My son did that. I have to say, he's a second-year illustration student at Ringling College of Art and Design. So he does all my graphics work, and he did all my book covers. So he's applying those skills early. So
that's wonderful. Well, tell me other thing. You're welcome. Tell me one other thing, Pam, that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Yeah, I think it's just really my ability to set goals, writing them down, and just having a laser beam focus. I think that's just something that no matter what it is, whatever my goal is, and I kind of have a different approach for goals. I do kind of a what if. So, what if I, exercise 3 days a week for, 60 minutes a day and add weight, and so when I kind of do that what if approach, then I look up and it's like, oh, this is what happens. Or what if I put aside this percentage of income, or, what if. So I'm very good at having kind of a vision as to where I want to go, writing those goals down, setting them, and just doing whatever it takes to get them accomplished.
So I'm guessing you're married, right? Because
I am.
Right.
I am.
So
I am.
Is your husband the same?
Oh, absolutely. And he's just a phenomenal person. We've been married for 24 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. And he is absolutely the same way. So
interesting. So how does it make you feel setting these goals and going through the procedure or the path, the process, and then reaching to the other side of it?
Yeah, I really feel accomplished. I'm type A, so I like lists. I like checking things off of lists. I feel like, okay, I've gotten something done. So I really feel like, okay, I've gotten something done here. So I totally feel accomplished.
Yeah. It was like, hi, I'm Pam and I like lists. And, hi, Pam. Yeah, I like lists too.
Absolutely.
So why would you suggest to someone that's listening that they do what you've done by really strapping down life and putting the garage before buying the car, if you would?
Yeah. So I think if for someone who would want to do it, if you want to live purposefully and very intentionally and, know where you are and where you want to be or need to be, then I think it's important to set goals. I mean, you're not going to just get there haphazardly, but it's so important to have a plan and to break that big plan into smaller parts and then just work toward it each step of the way. So.
Love it. Amazing audience. We are live with Pam Andrews. She is the podcast host of the Scholarship Shark podcast. You could definitely check that out. I did. Amazing stuff going on there. Pam, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, not shark infested Caribbean water. Pam, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Yeah, I have two very early childhood memories. One is definitely Christmas mornings. I just feel like my mom just always made it really special. And I just remember coming down the stairs and, it's just, you didn't know what was going to be under the tree. So I just always remember that. And which is why I love Christmas and I love the holidays. She just made it super special. And then the other is my grandparents. And these are my paternal grandparents. So my parents were divorced very early when I was about 3 years old. But my mother and her mother-in-law, who's my dad's mom and dad, my paternal grandparents, were very close. And because my mom worked two jobs, she had her day job and she had her night job, we would spend after school and evenings with my grandparents. And I just remember everything about my grandparents' house, just, dinners and ambrosia salad. My grandmother always made ambrosia salad and, just her love. And she had this, she would do a lot of sewing. And, if you outgrew your clothes, she would put this stitch of fabric down the side, like a panel to expand the clothes. So I just remember that. I remember her having a tin full of patches of different fabrics of corduroy and dungarees and jeans and all this stuff. And so if you got a hole in your knees, she would fix it. And I remember thinking, I don't want to go to school like this. But, I look back now, of course, I just miss her so much. But those are just memories that I have and I'll just always carry with me. So
thanks for sharing them. Why do you think it's so clear?
I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm a mother now and I just really value, family so much more. But maybe because it was just wonderful. It was just such great memories. I think that's probably why it's very clear. I mean, it was just such a good experience growing up. So even when she would, dust my bottom. I mean, my grandmother was no joke. So, the goods, she was no joke. So even all that, I just remember all of it. So.
Well, Pam, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Yes.
I love the idea of preparation. Preparation as what is connected to what it took to put things in place for Christmas, so that when you were walking down those steps, that you would have something that you appreciated. Preparation that your grandparents would put things in place that if something did occur with your clothes, that you would then have something wholesome, if you would. Preparation now through legacy to see that you are helping others prepare, and to see that connect is very fascinating.
Oh, wow,
to me.
that's awesome. I got goosebumps. I love it. I do.
That's amazing. Wow. Well, Pam, if we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Yeah, it was Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. And that was the beginning of all the music videos. So I just remember that.
That's intriguing. Well, hey, we love to connect dots. Definitely when you're doing the scholarship route, I'm sure, hey, don't stop until you get enough, right?
I never thought of that. Yes, that's my new theme song now.
There we go. Well, Pam, unfortunately, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Pam, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes, my students.
You said you were married. Do you have children? Yes, you have children. How many children do you have?
I have 4 from college to kindergarten.
All right. Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I do.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No, I don't.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes, sometimes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Less than 8 hours a day.
All right. Pam, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, I came up with a workbook, the name of it being called Yours, which stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. The idea is questions, right? Self-reflection, and then it connects you, hopefully, to understand your mission, your own unique real statement. If you had to share with us, Pam, your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Pam Andrews, what would you say that is?
Yeah, I would say really think about leaving a legacy. I mean, what is it that you want to live beyond you? And just, what is that contribution that you want to leave when you're gone, and be purposeful and very intentional about that.
Love it. Just like Pam grandparents did, even her mother, with the preparation of Christmas, right?
Yes,
I'm sure Christmas
absolutely.
is big with you now.
It is.
Right?
It really is.
That's fascinating. Well, Pam, hey, this again has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Absolutely. I think I'm going to tie it back to what you said earlier, and that's about preparation. And so when it comes to college admissions, planning and getting into school and applying for scholarships, don't wait. Get prepared. It's never too early, and then it's never too late, but it's better to be early than late. So definitely get prepared and plan.
Love it. Pam Andrews, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.